So I've been watching a lot of the Saw franchise recently, and I can quite say this is the first time I've been hooked on something since Death Note. I mean, the way each and every movie ties together is actually quite well done. Like when I say I've been watched like 6 Saw movies straight, I mean I'm talking about back to back the next day, the next morning. But anyway, after watching Saw 5 and starting Saw 6, I was thinking to myself, John Kramer is a different type of animal. Like the entire time watching the movie and seeing how he put things together and do this, and then this ties back to that. I'm like, bro, this man got to be out of Death Note. This man got to be either L's apprentice or he got to be some affiliate of Light Yagami. Like for a while, Ghostface, Michael Myers, and the OG Jeepers Creepers, they was like in my top 3 of horror icons. But anyway, enough with the intro. So specifically in this video, I want to talk about what would happen if L ran into John Kramer. Now, if some of you aren't familiar with L is an anime character that a lot of people love. He's more of a detective that does investigative work, and he makes theories on things, or he does hypotheses that actually turn out to be true. Like for example, the villain in the story is the main character of the show, and basically he uses this death note, or he uses this book called the Death Note to write people's names, and then they magically just like pass away or they get unalived. So basically L's job in this story is to catch the guy writing down people's names. He has to prove the existence of this magical book that has the power to unalive somebody that's not even near them. And you tell the average police force this, they will look at you crazy and probably laugh you off the force. Anyway, I'm not going to give you guys like a breakdown or analysis of Death Note because I'm pretty sure a lot of you know what Death Note is, and I'm not trying to give a breakdown or a summary of the story. I already know that a lot of you heard what I just told you about L. You may be wondering how in the world can John Kramer stand a chance against L, against a guy who's proven literally the impossible. Just a straight out investigation of trying to find who Jigsaw is, which is John Kramer by the way, I say L easily takes that. There is no villain I can think of that doesn't have any type of supernatural powers. Or really that doesn't matter because I mean Light had supernatural powers. But anyway, there is no villain in horror that can escape L. Like L finds out who every single one of them is. Ghostface, L finds out who every single Ghostface is. What is that movie? What's the movie called with the guy, he goes into the amusement park and he goes around just like offing people? You guys know what I'm talking about? The dude that he goes around with. Anyway, we never found out the identity of that dude at the end of the movie. L is figuring who he is. So I'm not disagreeing with the fact that L would easily catch John Kramer or Jigsaw. Because I'm going to be real, in the second Saw movie, they literally caught Jigsaw. Like the second movie and to the franchise, they caught Jigsaw. But now here's where John Kramer actually excels. The thing is, when they caught John Kramer, it was already part of his game. It's like some Aaron Yeager, I knew all along stuff, or I did this and I did that. This man already, he wanted to get caught. It was part of the game. So let's go through this scenario. L catches John Kramer in the lab where Matthews, he caught him in the second movie. L catches him, a game starts. The only thing about this is if John Kramer has a game already set up, there is nobody escaping this game unless he really wants you to. And I don't mean like he rigs the game because we know that's against his philosophy in the world of Saw. He doesn't rig games. He always makes them winnable. But when I tell you, you have no possibility of winning this man's games, or even if you do win, you're going to have so much psychological trauma. And I mean, I get it that L is different, but L is different when it comes to investigative work, like going into the crime scene or going out and fishing for clues, putting theories together. I do not think L stands a chance in any of John Kramer's games. Like I said earlier, L, without a doubt, he will find Jigsaw in probably less than a week. Because a lot of stuff that Jigsaw does or John Kramer does, it traces back to him. And it's easy to track. And you can even track Jigsaw because I think in the movie they were using like tracking devices or like they were trying to pinpoint his location. So L would like literally find this man like 2 or 3 days. But the only problem is like every time you do something or you make an advancement towards Jigsaw, he knew you were going to do it all along. Like, and this isn't just coincidence. This is his psychology. This is how he thrives. Like the man is like not unbeatable. I swear you cannot beat this man. And I'm just going to straight up say it because I said L would win in the catching him category. If Jigsaw designed a game specifically for L is not surviving. Because when I tell you this man Jigsaw does extensive background work that lasts years and years on top of years of background research about the subjects that he captures, there is no way L survives. And I know some of you might come to the fence saying L was this smart. He was living in the whammy house. He lived in a house full of prodigies and he was at the top. He was solving crimes at this age. No, man, when I tell you this man is not surviving a Jigsaw game specifically for him. Now, before I keep going, I do want to say this. There are some Jigsaw games that I know for a fact L would survive, the ones that are not catered around a specific person. Like I forget which Saw it was, but it was like it was in the movie where they put all the people in the room and basically all they had to do was work together. Like obviously L would survive. The L would just say, "Dude, all we gotta do is work together." Like that's easy. That game wasn't specifically catered around an individual person, but a group of people they knew wouldn't work together. And I don't even think Kramer set that game up. I think it was Hoffman. But yeah, man, like I was saying, once you get in one of John Kramer's games, man, it's like a 1% chance you're surviving. Like there are people that survive. I mean, Amanda survived and she went on to become the next Jigsaw. But you have a possibility of surviving, but it's like 1%. And let me tell you why I say this, because I know a lot of you might be saying that. What do you mean, L? He survived it. Let me tell you why I say this. So in the scene or in the flashback when we saw Kramer and Hoffman setting up the acid house trap or the traps in Saw 2, I think that was it Saw 5 that we saw it was either Saw 4 or Saw 5 that we saw them going. We saw the flashback of them setting up Saw 2. Now I forget what Hoffman said word to Kramer, but I remember the conversation went something like this.
You're assuming this is gonna play out the way you want it.
I assume nothing. I anticipate the possibilities and I let the game play out.
That leaves a lot to chance.
If you're good at anticipating the human mind, it leaves nothing to chance.
When you study the human mind, there leaves nothing to chance. That means this man has studied these people so deep and so thorough that no matter what they do, he basically already knows what will happen because he's went through every possibility. He studied them for years. He studied them for long periods of time. So if this man got L into a trap, we might say, oh, well, L, he wouldn't do that because he's smart. Bro, John Kramer already knows he would do what you say he would do. It's like two smart dudes playing chess. So if L gets in the trap, L might say, oh, well, he wants me to do this, so I'm going to do that. No, John Kramer knows you were going to do that. And then you try to say, well, he wanted me to do this and he thinks I'm going to do that, so I'm really going to do this. No, John Kramer, no, he already knows what you were going to do. Like this man said, when you study the human mind, there is nothing to chance. When I say every Saw game goes into this man's favor, like it's impossible to escape a Saw game. Like this man was so tough, spoiler alert. This man literally died and continued the Saw games. How can a dead man continue the games of Saw? And I know it might sound like I'm just a Jigsaw fan. I do like Jigsaw, I can't lie. But I like L too. And like I said, L would definitely catch Jigsaw in the long run. Like, without a doubt, L is catching Jigsaw within 2 days. They caught him in the second movie? But anyway, like I was saying earlier, in the trap designed for L or a game designed for L, man, this man is not surviving, dude. Like, man, you gotta just go watch Saw and see the type of stuff that Kramer does. This man's psychology level is like on a different level. Like I actually don't think nobody. I don't even think Light Yaga. I know for a fact Light wouldn't survive on Jigsaw game. He acts on impulse a lot. I'm gonna be real, man. Light is getting underlined in the first Jigsaw trap. He not even making it to the second, third, or fourth one. Remember the stunt he pulled with the Shinigami, the desperate stunt with L, where he used the Shinigami to help like do something to L? That wasn't guaranteed. That was chance. See, the thing is, the difference is with Kramer, when his apprentice said that leaves a lot to chance, he instantly shut that down and said, I studied every individual subject so much, there's nothing to chance. I know what's gonna happen. But anyway, man, that's enough for this video. Let me know what you think. Do you guys think that L would get the best of John Kramer? Do you think that John Kramer would get the best of L? The way I see it, like I said earlier, L would definitely catch John Kramer in less than 2 business days. But anyway, let me know what you guys think.